The 12 Dancing Princesses. Chapter 1. Family Trouble. There was once 12 beautiful princesses, all with long, flowy hair and short, furry temper. The father, the king, was a grumpy old man who didn't believe in having fun. In fact, he believed that princesses should be seen and not heard. The princesses strongly disagreed. "All you just sit down and look pretty." The thing they argued about most was dancing. Their father hated it, but the princesses loved it. So whenever he wasn't looking, they danced anyway. Chapter 2. The Sisters' Secrets. The girls slept in the tall tower with their beds side by side. Every night the king locked the tower door so they wouldn't sneak out. One morning, the door was unlocked. The princesses were still asleep. As the maid went to awake them, she noticed their shoes were lying in a sobby pile on the floor. The shoes were worn out. "Sleep well, my dears." How strange. Then the king heard about the shoes. He was furious. "Those girls have to be out of dancing," he spluttered. "Princess should not be out dancing all night," he yelled at them. "You need your beauty sleep. You should have been ashamed yourself." The girls weren't ashamed in the least. What's more, they wouldn't tell him how they had escaped or where they had been. "Bring my daughters here now." "Yes, sir." The next morning, it was clear that the princesses had been out again. The same thing happened 7 nights in a row. The king didn't know what to do. Then he had a brilliant idea. He decided that the first man to discover where his daughter went each night could marry one of them. Posters went up across the ring. Chapter 3. Taking the Challenge. The first man to take up the king's challenge was brave Prince Marcus. "By the way, there's one small catch," the king told. "If you fail, I'll cut off your head." Okay, no problem, Your Majesty." That night, Prince Marcus was taken to the tower and put in a room next to the princess. They made him very welcome. One evening, brought him a cup of hot, milky cocoa. As Prince Marcus drank the cocoa, he began to feel sleepy. He tried splashing cold water on his face, but that didn't work. Soon, he was fast asleep and snoring loud. Very comfortable. The next morning, the prince's shoes were worn out again. Prince Marcus had failed. The king wasn't joking about chopping off his head. Many more princes and noble knights came forward, but they were all fooled by the princess' sweet smiles, and they offered a hot cocoa. "Take him away. Enjoy your drink." Ruffy and Rascal. One day, a magician named Ruffy and his pet dog, Rascal, were passing by the castle. Ruffy noticed one of the king's posters and decided to find out more. This could be interesting. Rascal When he saw Rafi, the king looked doubtful, but he was desperate to know that the girls were up to. So he agreed to let Rafi try. Night came and Rafi was put in the same room where the other had stayed. "Hello, I'm Amy," said the youngest. "He's nice," she whispered to her sister. "I don't want him to die because of us. Maybe we shouldn't go out tonight." Her sister ignored her. "I'll chop off your hand if you fail, you know." "Yes, but I won't fail." A few minutes later, Annabelle, the eldest sister, brought Rafi a cup of cocoa. But Rafi was the wisest master. He knew that she was up to. He pretended to drink the cocoa. Then, when Annabelle wasn't looking, he poured it into Rascal's bowl. Rascal was delighted. "Rafi yawned. I think I'll put my feet up for a few minutes," he told Anna. "It'll take more than me than that to fool me. This is for you." Then even the biggest yawn, he pretended to fall fast asleep. Annabelle crept back to her sister. "He's asleep," she whispered. "Let's get ready." They put on their sparkly ball dresses and new shoes. The princesses shimmered like rainbow. With the last buttoned and the last bow tied, the girls stood by their beds. Annabelle pulled back a dusty old rug in the corner of the room to reveal a secret trap door. The hinge creaked as she pulled it open. One by one, the girls disappeared down some steps into a long, dark tunnel. Chapter 5. Rafi on the Trail. When the princesses were out of sight, Rafi quickly entered their room. He clicked his finger and the cloak appeared. With a second click, Rafi vanished. Carefully, he tiptoed down the steps into the tunnel. It didn't take long for him to catch up with the princesses. Rafi tried to walk quietly, but it wasn't easy. At one point, he steps on Amy's dress. She jumped and turned around, but there was no one there. A few moments later, Rafi stepped on a twig. Now Amy was convinced that someone was following them. Her sister didn't believe her. Quack! At the end of the tunnel, they came to an oasis, rows of trees. Some of the trees glistened with silver, some with gold, and some with sparkly diamonds. What was that? We're just hearing things, silly. Rafi had never seen trees like them. While the princesses carried on, he gently broke off a twig from each tree. Up ahead, the princesses had stopped before a lake. It stood in the shadow of a beautiful castle. 12 boats were waiting at the edge of the lake, and in each boat sat a handsome prince. Each prince rode a princess across the lake. Rafi sneaked into the boat carrying Amy. When they reached the other side, a band began to play. The princesses danced until their feet were sore and the soles of their shoes were worn through. As the sun rose, they slipped home. Our nights of dancing are so safe. unlike poor Ruffy heads, said Annabelle, yawning. Amy looked upset. Chapter 6, A Chalk for the King. The king was having breakfast when Ruffy strolled. And good morning, Your Majesty, said Ruffy brightly. I suppose you come to tell me you failed too, sighed the king. But I did it, sir, Ruffy replied, waving the twigs. He told the king what he'd seen. This all sounds very unlikely, grumbled the king. When Ruffy had finished, are you sure you're not just making it up to save your head? The mystery is solved. He decided to call Annabelle. When she saw the 3 twigs in his hands, she looked horrified. One look at her face told the king all he needed to know. Dancing is banned, he declared. The princesses sobbed and wailed. They heard their secret husband whisper. What will we do? They cried. If life is so dull without dancing. But there was nothing they could do. This is my worst day of my life. True to his words, the king let Ruffy marry one of his daughters. I like Amy, Ruffy said. If he's have me, he'll the sweetest of all. Amy and Ruffy's wedding was a joyful oceanage. Even the king wouldn't stop a smile. I have a surprise for you, he whispered to him. I'm sure you'll both be very happy. The king led her to the ballroom, and Amy gasped. Hundreds of candles lit up in the dance floor. In the corner was a band was playing a lovely tune. As is a special orgy, you may all dance for one night only, said the king. Oh, how wonderful, cried Amy and her sister, grabbing partners. They were all still dancing the following night. I thought I said one night only, said the king, but he smiled. Ruffy had worked some more of his magic. The end.